Good morning, everyone. Derek Segal here with GCI Consultants. We're on the west coast of Florida at a condominium complex, getting set to do some scientific testing on a building that was right in the path of Hurricane Irma that swept through this area of the west coast of Florida. This is a 13-story condominium building, as I said, on the west coast of Florida. And landfall was fairly close to this area. They did experience some very strong hurricane force winds. And essentially what GCI does is we're forensic inspectors, and we write comprehensive reports for windows and doors that have been subjected to strong hurricane force type winds. Phase one of the inspection process was to perform a comprehensive visual inspection of all of the windows and the frames to determine if there had been some twisting or compromisation of the actual frame of the window. And you're going to witness today probably the most important part of our testing and diagnostic services, which is to subject some of these windows to actual storm force conditions. We're going to recreate winds and rain that are comparable to, firstly, a normal rainstorm with blowing wind, and then we're going to slowly increase the pressure on the window to determine just how much this window can sustain before water starts leaking into the building and causing damage to the structure. So I invite all of you to join us today for this exciting, revealing test of an ASTM water leakage investigation of a 13-story condominium building on the west coast of Florida. Okay, we're here, as I was telling you a little bit earlier, we're here doing the visual inspection of the windows and doors of the condominium building. We're here on the ground floor of the building looking at a door window exterior. And what it is that we're looking for is we're looking for to see if the window frame is actually twisted and being compromised in the storm. And what we're seeing here is that the frame has actually moved and twisted and will no longer function as it was designed before the storm. This is a key indication that this window structure was subjected to storm forces beyond that to which it was designed. Okay, thanks for joining us again. We're here up on the 5th floor of the condo complex building, actually doing the water leakage investigation test that I spoke with you about. It's an ASTM E1105 test. And the way we start the process is we actually do some research on what the normal wind speeds are and have been in this area for the last 12-month period. We then duplicate that wind speed by creating a pressure on the window to duplicate or symbolize that actual wind speed. So what we do is we start at zero pressure to just give a baseline understanding of what this window is going to do when there's absolutely no wind and just some rain hitting the window head on. We're going to bring you back in a couple minutes and then show you after we've set up the pressure chamber to actually increase the pressure to create a wind speed, and thereby we can duplicate a windstorm event with blowing rain against the window and see how it does. Yeah, so what we've done here is we've already started the water sprinklers on the exterior of the window. And we're starting the pressure machine right now. Like I told you, this is going to simulate wind pressure, and it's a water leakage investigation test, the ASTM E1105. The pressure device is getting started now. We've got water blowing up against the window, and we're recreating a pressure inside the chamber, like I told you, equal to a 30-mile-per-hour wind. We're going to see if and how long it takes this window to fail, and then we'll know for sure that there's been a breach. Again, we're not shooting at a very high pressure because we're not really concerned with if this window could resist a hurricane. We're just concerned as if this window can resist just a normal Florida rainstorm. I mean, if that's the case, that the window can't resist a normal Florida windstorm, then we know that it's not going to perform to the criteria that it was originally designed. We've got our tech team taking photographs, documenting the time, the pressure, the flow of the water. We have someone downstairs regulating the water flow. And so this is a whole team of experts and technical people that are ensuring that the test is accurate and that it can be comprehensively put together in a report to provide, substantial proof to an insurance company or a construction company of what transpired. Again, I just want to stress how important the visual inspection is together with the water leakage investigation, which we're doing here now. Tony's down here checking everything, checking the manometer, which is measuring the flow of water per square inches. And we're just carefully checking to see, what's happening behind the visqueen. I already actually see water coming in, if that's what I'm seeing correctly, right in the middle of the frame right there, which is showing, Tony just mentioned that the glazing gasket has been compromised. And wow, that probably took less than 2 minutes. And we know in the next rainstorm that this window experiences with a 30-mile-per-hour wind, we're going to get leaks into this unit. Let me also stress, oftentimes the drywall hides a lot of this water leakage. So we had to actually cut the drywall back to expose the frame. Otherwise, in a lot of cases, people don't even know that these windows or doors are leaking because the leak is going right behind the frame and in behind the drywall, and you may never know that it's there until you experience, mold or, some biological issue. And that's obviously definitely something you want to avoid. So I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. The services we can provide are vital to you ensuring that your building is watertight and safe, and also making sure that you haven't been affected, as this window was, by a substantial storm such as Hurricane Irma. Thanks for joining GCI Consultants. We look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you.